like that, you're right back here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You already know it's Expresso right here on S3. And as the holiday season does approach, many of us are gearing up for travels to spend time with loved ones. See what I did there? Yeah, you saw that. With that, ensuring our safety on the road becomes more important than ever. And to discuss the crucial role of vehicle performance and also the various opportunities available, we're joined by Lubin Uzo, CEO of Dunlop Tires South Africa. Lubin, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love this conversation because many people are about to take on the long road when it comes to the festive season. They could be visiting relatives or even working in that regard. And congratulations on 136 years and going when it comes to Dunlop. That is incredible. What a feat. Are you proud?
It's been quite an innings, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a lot
been
of
quite a word. You know, with South Africans really influence and also Japan's engineering, the two coming together of those powerhouses, how does innovation really stay top of mind when it comes to the choice for African consumers of Dunlop?
Yeah, so I think the key for us in terms of innovation is how do we bring the innovation that we get from our mother company? So we're part of the Sumitomo Rubber Group, which always comes with great innovation. And if we look in the last year alone, winning innovation in terms of new tread technology that adapts to different weather conditions. And then how do we use our history in South Africa and our local manufacturing to develop tires that are made for the African continent, for South Africa, because it's also no good bringing tires in, that are developed for Europe or Asian conditions.
Yeah.
We know our roads in South Africa are quite unique, from you can go on highways to gravel roads to, we know our potholes to everything else. So we need tires made for local conditions using the latest technology. And I think that's the advantage that we have at Dunlop.
That's amazing. Well, let's talk a little bit more about Dunlop and its offering because it really is something. I mean, there's the Dunlop Sure 12-month tire insurance. And I really wonder what makes it so unique and also benefits drivers that opt into this.
So we started actually, our purpose is to, through innovation, we create a future of joy and well-being. So how do you bring joy in a grudge purchase? It's always a difficult one for us.
Yeah.
And like I just mentioned, how our advantage is the technology we have and our local knowledge. So we are able to build tires for the sort of local needs. And how do we back it up? And then we thought, okay, we are South Africans. We know the pain that South Africans go through.
Sure.
The last thing you need is you pay for tires, and then 6 months down the line, you hit a pothole, and you got to fork out again for two. Nobody has the finances to do it. Yeah. Nobody has a cash flow to do it. So, how do we now trust our tires, and how do we back it up? And that's when we sort of say, okay, we've got to come up with a solution. And we sort of say, okay, we want to come up with a solution that does three things. So the first one is we need to do one that is free for consumers. So we want a free insurance. The second one is one that can be claimed all over South Africa and neighboring countries. So if you're traveling from Joburg to Durban, if you have an issue and you hit a pothole, that you can go to any Dunlop stores and actually claim the insurance.
Incredible.
And the third one is, I think with insurance, I think one thing that all South Africans struggle is with sort of long list of T's and C's. So we wanted to try and get rid of all T's and C's. We didn't quite manage to get rid of all of them, but we've really brought it down. And I think we have actually, we pay a claim rate of over 90% of all claims. So that means that it's really, I think, a unique offering that it gives confidence to all consumers. And when you buy a tire for the next 12 months at least, your next calendar year, you won't have to pay for another tire. So a lot of confidence to users. I think that's very unique.
Yeah, and that's the assurance that we need, right?
Absolutely.
As consumers. When I'm getting into my car, I want to make sure that I'm arriving safely, and if not, that there's something that I can always engage in to make sure I do, which is Dunlop, of course. Well, we have got a demonstration here today, two tires that you brought through to studio, Dunlop tires. We've got the Grand Trek AT5, and that, of course, is for SUVs, and then we've got the Sports Max. So can you take us through this? Of course, that one was for performance vehicles, and explain what makes them so special and how they serve from the SUVs to the performance vehicles.
Sure. So the SUV one, you have the this one here. So this is actually the one I have on my car as well. This is a Dunlop 85, manufactured in our Ladysmith factory in South Africa. And I think this is a great tire, and I really like this tire because it's so versatile. So I have it in my car, so I use it for day-to-day driving in the city. I drive to the factory, which is about 300 kilometers, highways, and then within the factory environment, and it performs very well. And often what you get when you sell the tires, always you hear about the low noise on the tire, which is normally for a SUV tire always a headache, is about the noise of the tire. And then also, the great thing is when you use it on the weekend, which I also do, you go out, do the little adventures, it performs very well. So the tread is great. And what we have on this tire, which is also unique, is we have a 100,000 kilometer actually warranty on the tire, which is quite unique. And recently, actually, we had a customer in Heidelberg that came back, and actually the tire did 150,000 kilometers.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, but if you think normally people think about tires maybe more around the 50 to 80,000 kilometers, and this tire now, we just had a customer 150,000. We back it up for 100,000 kilometers. So quite amazing. And again, you know, for South African conditions, based on the current situation of South African consumers, this is a real game changer for us. And then on the right here, this is really the high performance tire, the Sport Max 060 Plus. A really wonderful tire. We don't manufacture it yet in South Africa. This is the latest technology from Japan. You can see first the great outside with a nanotechnology into the look of the tire, but really it's about the performance of the tire. And this is really for, you know, the sort of adrenaline seeker, the high performance cars. And the Sport Max technology is embedded. So we have in South Africa 19 race series, and 17 of the race series are using the Sport Max technology. So really trusted by the racing community. And this is really a wonderful tire. It also gives a great mileage and still gives a performance. So the best of both worlds on that one.
Incredible. Lubin, can I tell you, people are looking at their TVs going, take my money, I'm sold, I'm sold. Of course, we know Dunlop with the yellow and black across the country, but people really want to know where your outlets are, how can they get involved as well, and then also the Dunlop Sure coverage, like how can people get involved with this?
Okay, so obviously I think Dunlop tires are available at almost every store in South Africa. But in terms of the Dunlop Sure, this is an exclusive offering to our Dunlop channel, which is Dunlop Zone, Dunlop Express, Dunlop Commercial, Business in the Box, and our container program that we have. And these are available all over South Africa. You just go into Google Maps, into Waze, you just tap, just enter, and then you will find your closest stores. And you know, you go in there, and as you buy the tires, you will have 7 days to register your Dunlop Sure insurance. And either at the store itself, they will help you to register, or if you don't want to give your details at the store, you will have 7 days. You can go on our website, and then you can register yourself. And once you have registered, if you go on a trip and you have any issues, all you do is you go and the registration will be there, and you can go to any Dunlop store. So even if you're registered in Joburg and now you're in Cape Town and you have the issue, you go to any Dunlop store in Cape Town and you show the registration, and they'll be able to help you with the insurance.
Oh, I love this. The assurance that we all need when it comes to our vehicles, from the SUVs to the high performance to the everyday car. Dunlop has got you covered. Lubin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
To share some good news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And remember, before you head out on the roads this festive season, head over to Dunlop and ensure that your vehicle is all geared up and ready to go. Roadworthy tires is crucial for the safety of your family and everyone around you as well. So don't forget about the free 12-month Dunlop tire insurance benefits when purchasing tires from Dunlop. That is across the country and, of course, some neighboring countries too. And let me tell you, Expresso fam, that you also stand the chance to win a full set of Dunlop tires. Can you imagine? Simply visit the competition post on Expresso's social media pages and answer this one question. We've given you many reasons, but we just need one. Why would you choose Dunlop tires? Now, don't forget to use that hashtag Dunlop Tires SA, and the competition does end on Friday, the 16th of December at 12 p.m. T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com. All that's left to say is happy driving.